Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Facebook Friday morning. Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Glad to see you on here this morning. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Okay. So I'm glad you could join in. Just leave me a comment. Tell me where you're from. Say hi. Love to hear from you. I have a couple of things first I want to tell you about. The very first thing is, yes, I made a mistake on my unboxing number 2 on, what was that, Wednesday. Good morning, Rose Ellen. The new catalog starts January 3rd, not June. I guess I had the summer already in my brain. So again, this starts January 3rd. I know most of you knew what I was talking about, but a couple of people did comment and remind me, so it was in the description portion. Okay, so the new catalog, the mini and the celebration, they start January 3rd. If you need a catalog, contact me. I'd love to be your demonstrator. If you've already ordered from me within the last year, no worries, you'll get one automatically. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Linda. Hi, Philomena. Okay, the other thing I just want to remind you of is we have 2 lists out there, and you can go to Stampersdelight.com and see these. One is a carryover list. What does that mean? Well, these are the items that are going to carry over into next year. The ones I've highlighted, if you look at it, it has a little asterisk there. That means they'll carry over, but they won't carry over until the next holiday catalog. The other ones without the asterisk should be, I say should be because you know things change, should be in the annual catalog. Okay? And then you also have the actual retiring list. Okay, there's 2 sheets to that. You want to get these while you can because, especially embellishments, they are, as supplies are limited. Okay, so once they clear out, that's it. So definitely go to Stampersdelight.com and check that out. The other thing is, okay, let's see, no Facebook Sundays through the holidays. Okay, I'll be back with you. I'll let you know when. Got to get my decorating done and my wrapping done. And because Thanksgiving was such, it was a week late this year and we were away, I'm a little behind. I want to mention to you is my paper share, which I did that up last night. Okay, so my paper share, and I'm going to flip the camera so I can show you. My paper share is from the new catalog, the mini catalog, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 designer series paper. So for most of them, you're going to get 12 sheets, two sheets of each. So let me just show you real quick. Okay, this is the poppies. Okay, peaceful poppies. And you're going to get 2, I'm not sure where that, oh, there it is, it's stuck. 2 6x6 of each sheet. Okay. So you'll have 12 of those. For all of them, except for the best dress. Now, the best dress, you're still going to get 12 sheets, but you're getting 1 of each. But it still adds up to 12. All right. And I believe that's 84. Comes to 84 sheets of designer series paper. This is a sampler pack, paper share. I've done it every catalog for the last couple of years. And then as a bonus, what you're going to get is the 2 designer series papers that are in the celebration catalog. So you're going to get the honeybee one. And that one you get 1 of each. Remember, it's double-sided. So there's 2 sides. The black and white side and then the nice foil side. And then you're also going to get the Lily Impressions. And again, you're getting 1 of each of those, which are double-sided. So this is my paper share. You're going to end up with 96 sheets of 6x6 paper. Disclaimer, remember, when you cut 12x12 paper, sometimes the actual 12x12 paper might be just a hair off. That's from the factory. So I cut these 6x6. That's why sometimes you'll see that just a hair of it's off, okay? I just want to let you know that. The price is $30 for 96 sheets of Designer Series paper, sampler pack, paper share. If you want it shipped, it's $37. $37. So $30 picked up at my house and $37 shipped priority mail. You can start ordering that from me. It's not on my blog yet. You'll go to Stampersdelight.com when I upload that, and you can order it right from there. Put it in and pay with PayPal. Hopefully I'll have that done for you today. But in the meantime, you can just email me. Just go to Stampersdelight.com for my email. And you can send PayPal, okay? PayPal is, you just go to, my PayPal address is rubberrosie@optimum.net. Again, if you go to Stampersdelight.com, everything is there that you need. This will be up on the online class or online kit tab. Okay, got that all out of the way. Hi, Megan. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Peggy. Okay, here's my December host code. If you'd like to order from me online, don't use that for the paper share. And as always, if you have any questions, just give me a holler. Okay, so I'm a little late to the party here, but what I'm going to show you today is the paper pumpkin from December, or I'm sorry, November. And this is the stamp set that we got in there. Open it up. Also, there was a shaded spruce. And then I'm just going to open the kit. Now, I'm going to save this because I can use that tissue paper for something. Put that over here. And let's open it up and see what we got in here. Now, I'm not going to use the little ink spot because I saved those. I'm going to use my large one. And inside here, we've got some ribbon, dimensionals, and some twine or silver. It's baker's twine, but it's the silver. Just going to put that back in there because I actually have one already opened. And then in here, we have some sequins, both white and silver. Now, if you didn't get to do your paper pumpkin yet, or you're not a paper pumpkin subscriber, it's still going to give you ideas, okay? And if you've already done your paper pumpkin, I've got a twist at the end, okay? So here we have tags, and you get 2, 4, 6 of those. Some more die cuts, snowflakes. I love these. These are the little sleds, however you want to say it. And then we have some trees. So you get 6 of each. And then some more die cuts. These are the larger snowflakes. And then this is another background. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, the paper pumpkin videos out there. I will attach it to my blog also. We got some little greenery, some more tags. So this is a very large kit, okay? And trust me, there's a lot of extras. Look at all these extra holly. And then my favorite is the nice foil deer. So even if you haven't gotten this kit, you will be able to get some ideas from it, okay? And then, of course, we have the banners for the stamping. And then we have some larger cardinals and some glue dots. Now, this does coordinate with the October one. Whoop, the October one was this one. And I don't know if you can see the sayings. The October kit was the one that had the nice trees and the background, which you're going to see in a minute. So that's the kit. I'm just going to put this over here for a second. So I'll tell you right up front. Okay, so here's the paper that we have, and it shows you how to make those tags. Okay, so let me bring those in. I'm trying something new. I don't have a blotter here because I hated the way that kept moving around while I was talking. Okay, so the first one I want to show you is I always do, or try to do, what's on the paper pumpkin, at least one of each. Okay, so this is the tag. Like I said, I'm going to have the best dressed presents this year because I've done quite a few tags. And then don't forget, you know, you can always repurpose or reuse things like this. So this you would put to and from, you put it on your package, right? Don't throw them out, because what you can do is you can actually make a card out of this. Just glue this part down to a card base, and you have a card for next year. Okay, so don't throw anything out. You always want to reuse things. And that's the great thing about Stampin' Up. You can. This one I changed up a bit. I put 3 of the snowflakes on, the different sizes. And then I put a rhinestone in there. So you can see this is the one that was on the paper here, the description or the instructions, and then I wanted to do it up a little bit, so I put a rhinestone on there. The next one is right here. Okay, and I did that one just like in the catalog or in the instructions. You see that? And this is really pretty. And again, the to and from. And then again, you can still put that onto a card. But I wanted to show you something else. I didn't do it yet, but you can take that tree and look, add some of our glitter. This is our chunky glitter. Ice, Stampin' Ice. And this one, let's see, I'll show you what I did with the other one. So you can add that too. The next one is this one right here. Okay, and that's the bird and the greenery. And then the last one I did, of course, was the sled. Beautiful, beautiful tags. I love this. So I'm not going to stamp these because you can see them, and if you get the paper pumpkin, you have the instructions, and I will put the paper pumpkin video on my blog. What I am going to show you is a couple of alternatives, and I'll save the last one as my little twist. Let me grab my coffee first. Okay, Lisa just got her coffee started. Okay, so what I did, we have the tags. Again, here's the tags. Put those up in the corner here. And then because you get so much extra with these paper pumpkins, and if you want to order the paper pumpkin, just contact me, Stampersdelight.com. You can order it right from there. It's a monthly kit, and you can cancel it whenever you want. So here's what I did with our silver foil paper and our DSP. Feels like Frost DSP. This is the easiest, quickest way to make a card, and they're so beautiful. The DSP, Designer Series paper, on the gold foil cards with some of the die cut snowflakes. I did use the Let It Snow from last month's paper pumpkin, but you can use any saying. And I love the saying that was with the one last month, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. So I used that for my cards. Quick, easy, but oh so nice. Then I paired it up with, remember, the, again, last month's. And last month they had the gold silver foil envelopes with the wood insert. And I added those two together. And again, using that, I made a card using both kits together. So again, the tags are nice. Maybe you don't need all of them, but you can combine the two. You can use each kit separately, or you can pair them up. Now, for this month, if you didn't get last month, I'm going to show you a couple of cards. A card that I did, actually I think I got 2 here, without using that, but using the pieces to make a card. So here's the tag. And all I did was, there's a hole in the tags, so I just put one of the die cuts there. and made it into a card. And this is the snowman background paper, designer series paper. And now I have a card instead of the tag. And this is with the Coastal Cabana. Oh, sorry, pool party. Too early in the morning even for me today. Okay, so again, you can do a card with that. The next one I did, I combined the deer, the tree. So I got the deer and the tree here. Those two pieces from the tags. And our silver foil paper, or card base. And then, again, I took the DSP, the Designer Series paper from Feels Like Frost. I think that's it. And I did a circle with that with our stitch dies. Here's where I cut off. Now, if you look, when you get those trees, let me bring that one in. It's got a little circle here to make it into a tag. So I just cut that little circle off. And I add some chunky or ice glitter from our holiday catalog. And I made that into a card. Again, the saying is from October's Paper Pumpkin. So you can change those up a little bit. So there's a couple of cards that I did. Now I'm going to bring in a couple of things to stamp. Okay, so the first one I'm going to bring in is basically the same card, but I'm going to change it up a little bit as this one. Again, it's the Designer Series paper, Feels Like Frost. I think my bone folder is buried here because I was working on a couple of different things. If I can't find it right away, we'll forgo that. Oh, I found it. Okay, so quick and easy. Here is something I wanted to show you. I used the ice glitter on those trees, but this one I used our embossing paste. Okay, the shimmery embossing paste. Now again, I'm going to cut that off because I don't need that little loop on there. I'm going to take the Designer Series paper. You could also use that side if you wanted, but I wanted to add some color. This is the Feels Like Frost. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that down on here with my snail. Put a bead in there. And I'm going to go ahead and snail also my tree down. You could use Tombow if you wanted. My snail just happened to be here. I'm just going to lay that right there. I'm going to bring in one of the deer, which I need to get from the kit because I used all my other ones. This would make, if you have leftovers, this would make also a nice winter birthday cards. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. This one I'm going to use dimensionals. Now, the larger dimensionals don't come with the kit, but I like those for the body. The smaller ones do, and I like that for the little tiny head. Now remember the way I pull these off. Just poke it, pull it. Poke it and pull it. Give it a little twist if you need to, but it's an easier way to get those pieces off. I'm going to go ahead and put that right here. And then I'm going to grab one of my pieces here. These are the I don't want the fat one though. I want the thinner one because I want it to show up. I want the deer to show up more. And bring in my paper piercing mat, which is also good for the clear stamps. And I'm going to bring in the Let It Snow. Again, that's from last month. So I'm just using a little bit of everything here. Go ahead and let it snow. And again, I'm going to grab some dimensionals for that. This one's going to be really popped up. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Peggy. Okay, and we're just going to put that right here. And then on the inside, I have the saying. Again, this is from last month's, so I'm combining both. Go ahead and do that. And let's see. This is this month's. Now I'm going to switch it up a little bit. And I'm going to take the shaded spruce and put the berries here. Oop. That looks like I might have had... Nope, that's okay. All right. You notice I cover my paper piercing mat. This way it keeps the ink off it, and I just change it when it gets too bad. And then I'll take this here and do the envelope. And there we have another card using the pieces from both kits. And you can see that one is the glitter and one is the embossing paste. And you can add some, well, let's do that. Let's grab these little sequins and add some of these little sequins. Okay, so for this one, I'll add some silver. And let's put one there, put one here. And on this one, I'll add some of the white ones. And even the white ones show up because they're shimmery. Ooh, helps if I take that off. Okay, he's on my finger now, so we're just going to put him on here. There we go. And there you have it. 2 quick, easy cards using both kits. I will put still shots on later on my blog. All right, the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in, now this one would be this tag right here. Let's move this out of the way for a minute. So remember this tag. Now I'm going to bring in some cardstock. This is the shaded spruce. And again, if you don't get the paper pumpkin, if you've already gotten it, already done it, just use this as ideas, okay? I'm going to bring in some layering here, cardstock, some real red shaded spruce. I don't know why I flipped that around. It's the same on both sides. There's a method to my madness. I'm going to bring in some of the wrapped in plaid paper, designer series paper. I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. And then, okay, remembering this tag, I'm going to take this background and this tree, and I'm just going to layer that up here. So I'm going to go ahead and snail that down and get some more snail because it's out. Okay. I'm usually very good with having extra here, so let's just switch that out. As always, I'm getting ready for my class on Sunday and a couple of other things. So, table is always buried here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put that down there. And then here's the tree, which I cut off the top. And I put some embossing paste. That's going to go right here. And that one I am going to pop up with some dimensionals. And I'm using the regular size until it gets to the top of the tree. Then I'm going to put one of the smaller ones on there. Go ahead and grab all these off. Put that right there. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in this month's sayings, and oh, the Let It Snow is from this month, sorry. Let's see, how about love and, nah, I'm going to do peace. Okay, so let's switch one of these blocks out. Put the peace on there. Okay, I'm going to bring in one of the wider pieces and use the piece. And that I'm going to do in shaded spruce. Again, I'm going to bring in my mat. And that's going to go right there. But what I'm going to do first to show it off a little bit more is I have these little red pieces. Let's see if we can get that right in there. I think that'll fit. Yep. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit red back there. Just ever so slightly. Now see, it's not quite as long, so I'm just going to put it on one end. Actually, it does show on both, so that's good. Do that again. Just reposition this a little bit so it shows on both ends. Hopefully I'm in the camera view. I just realized that. Okay. And this is going to go right here. Okay, so I am going to snail that down on the tree. Put a lot of snail because I got some embossing paste there. And then what I do, I did that just to hold it down. I'm going to grab one of these dimensionals, and because it's not puffed up on the end, does that make sense? I need to put a dimensional here so that it's the same height. There we go. Excuse me. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my saying inside. And I'm just going to wipe this off because I want the shaded spruce. And grab my white piece of cardstock, which is right here. Give me 1 second. Okay. A little discombobulated this morning. Okay, I'm going to grab my white. Go ahead with the inside. Grab this little guy. Oh, thank you, Peggy. Thanks, Kathy. Just going to put that right in here. And then I'm going to grab some of these sequins. And I think I'll grab the silver ones. I think they might show up better. And then I'm going to take, now when you cut your 6x6, this is 6x6 paper. When you cut it down to either 4 and 5 1/4 or 3 3/4 to 5, you have this piece left. And you know I always like to add that to my lip of my envelope. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And just trim that around. And there we have another card made out of the tag. Okay. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is with the deer. Okay, so I'm just moving this out of the way so I can just show you. Okay, so here's the deer. Let's see what we got for this one. Okay, again, we got some shaded spruce cardstock. And for the layering, just so you know, for the layering on this one, again, it's a half a sheet of cardstock, and then the red is 4 by 5 1/4, and the designer series paper is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so it's like 1/4 of an inch off everything, and I'll put those measurements in later on. Okay, so the same thing with this piece, half a sheet of cardstock. This piece is 4 by 5 1/4, and the layered piece is 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to layer that up. just like I did the last one. You're going to want to hang in there until the last one I have to show you, okay? I will call it Paper Pumpkin meets Heartfelt New Catalog. How's that? I'm going to put this right in there. I'm going to bring in one of those little sleds, okay? And for this one, I'm going to grab the silver twine before I put this all down. And I don't want to, this one I tied. You see I tied the knots here. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to put some snail back there, just for time's sake. And what I'm going to do is find the end of it first. There we go. And I'm just going to wrap it. So I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to snail that right to there. Take a chunk off. Put it through there. And then just snail it right down there. Okay. So there you have the sled. Now this is, if this is too long and you only want a little piece, you can just play around with that until you get it right. And the sled is going to go right there. Now, I do want the sled to be popped up a little bit, so let me show you what I do here. Okay, right there where I put those pieces, I'm going to add a dimensional, so it holds it down a little extra. Take that off. And then my side pieces, I'm going to cut off and use those for the sled. Okay, you know how I love to use the side pieces. They're great for longer things you want to puff up, okay? Just take that off. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. And you can actually do the sled and all the layering before you put it on the card. I'm just doing it this way. It's a good thing you can't see me in the camera throwing this stuff on the floor. I'm going to put the sled right here. Okay, I'm going to bring in one of the circles, which is another piece that comes with this. I'm just going to place that right about there. Now remember, I haven't done this one yet. I'm just basically taking it from this portion and making it into a card. Okay, so I'm going to grab another deer. I'm also going to grab one of those wider pieces. This all comes with the kit. Whoop, want the wider blue, because they do have plain white that I showed you. Okay, we're going to put that there. I'm going to take the Let It Snow. I'm going to put that one back on my block. That's the only thing about not having my blotter here. I measure to make sure I have it in the right spot. Okay. All right, so this is going to go right here. This is going to go right here. Now remember, this one's off center, but I still want the deer straight, so I'm going to put him there. I'm going to grab a couple of these little doodads. Okay, and a couple of these little doodads. And I'm just going to start layering. Okay, so this is going to go right here. So this is where I would use the glue dots, but for time's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and snail this down. Okay. I'm going to put him right there. Grab another piece. Oh, I'm bringing my mat here. Okay, this is my silicone mat. Don't forget to use that. Put that one right there. Okay. He's going to go right here. This is going to go right here. And I just want a couple of more pieces here. All right, so let's glue him down. Take one of these little doodads, little embellishments. I'm going to put that right there. Okay. Again, normally I would use the glue dots. I'm using the snail just for time's sake, and my silicone mat. So I'm going to add that right there. This is going to go down first. I want it straight. He's going to go right on top there. And then I'm going to bring in the smaller piece of white banner that came with it right there. And I am going to stamp Let It Snow. That's from this kit. Now hopefully I put that on straight because, as I said, I don't have my blotter here, which has the lines in it to keep me straight. Oh, look, I got it right on here. Another reason to cover your paper piercing mat. Oh, and I got green on me. Okay, let's do this. I have another one if it's crooked. It is a little crooked, but I'm going to let it go. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and take 2 dimensionals. Now, I use the larger ones when I can, just because they're easier to handle. Hi, Maureen. Late is better than not here. Whoop. Somehow I got one of these little... There we go. I just looked on my kitchen floor and I've got about 6 of these on there. I really do have to vacuum. Okay, we're going to put that right there. Then we're going to bring in some of the white sequins. And just place those around here. And maybe one right here. Oop, I got a double one. There we go. Okay, I'm going to bring in a piece of white cardstock. Bring in my inside saying. What you could do is put some red rhinestones there. See, do I have any here? No red ones. I could do that later. Put that right in here. Voila! You have a card instead of a tag. Now again, I have that piece of designer series paper left over, so I'm going to go ahead and do my matching. Is everybody done with their cards? I was writing them out all week while I was working. Just gonna trim this. Thank you, Julie. Okay, and there we have a matching envelope, so you can do a tag into a card. What'd you think? Okay, so let's see. I have these 2 right here. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is, I still have more to show you. Who wants one of these cards? Leave your comments and share my video, whether it's here or on YouTube. And I will pick a lucky winner next Friday morning. Remember, I won't be on Sunday. And I'm going to pick a lucky winner, but I'm going to surprise you. So 2 people are going to get one of, each of these cards. But I'm going to surprise you. Okay, so I'm going to pick the names. I'm not going to say who gets them. And I'm just going to mail them to you. So you can just pop on one of my videos when I'm doing it and say you got it. Okay? All right. The next thing I want to show you is with this card kit. Again, you have a lot of extras left over. So you want to see what I did with them? All right, who watched my unveiling or unboxing of the Heartfelt with the 2 punches? This is the new catalog. Let me show you what I did. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in to show you. Remember this tag? Remember that tag, right? Okay, so I brought in that tag and added it to the Heartfelt. Now, again, the tag is from this month, well, November. This tag right here is from the October with the trees, Paper Pumpkin. This is the Paper Pumpkin. This is, both of these are Paper Pumpkin. This is actually our hearts, the doily hearts, but I used the opposite side, made it white, added some shimmer paint to it, and used that tag into a Valentine's Day card. And then this is the inside. Okay, hopefully you're still on with me. I see a lot of people thanking me. You're welcome, but I want to show, I got one more thing to stamp for you. Okay, again, changed up the color using the Flirty Flamingo and the Real Red from the new catalog, and using the same, this tag right here. I was going to leave the wood, but then what I did instead was I took our red glitter paper, don't forget to order that, and paired that up. So again, I'm taking the Paper Pumpkin from November, October, November, and I'm adding our Valentine's Day to it. So you got a tag that's made into a card. And there we go. Okay, so real quick, let me show you this one. Again, I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I have a piece of Flirty Flamingo. Oh, I still have time. This is my late shift day, so I don't go on for a while yet. I'm going to go ahead and score that. I'm going to bring in some other Designer Series paper. Now, this is in the paper share, and this is another piece of Designer Series paper. Okay, so that would go there. I'm going to quickly do that. I'm going to take that tag from the Paper Pumpkin and our new Real Red ribbon. I'm just going to go ahead and tie a little bit of that in a knot. Pull that out. I might have cut it too short. I'm just going to tie it a different way. Okay. However you want to tie it, it's fine. Let's just tie it this way. You could also put a embellishment there to cover up that hole if you didn't want it to look like a tag. But I kind of did. I'm going to trim that. Okay, this is going to go right here. I've already cut out my red glitter paper. So I'm going to go ahead and snail that down. Again, you can use Tombow, any of your adhesives. I'm going to bring in this card right here. Let's see, where is my heart buried? Let me grab my heart punch. And I'm going to use the Flirty Flamingo, which is right here. Now this is one of the stamps. I'm going to ink that up. Sorry, I'm just closing up my other inks because I have so much stuff on this table. I know that I'm going to get it messed up. I'm going to bring in my punch, which you see has the scallop, because there's two punches to that. I'm just going to go ahead and punch that out. Just trying to line it up as best I can. You're going to have a little bit of a white edge. I'm going to go ahead and snail that right down in the middle. Now you see this one I did off-center. So I think my husband says that I'm crazy doing that. I do that with the furniture too. I always have like things catty corner. Okay. And this one I'm going to use, let's see, where is my other saying? Boy, I wasn't prepared here. Roses are red, violets are blue. And I'm going to do this in real red. So I'm using Flirty Flamingo in real red for this. Stamp that. That's going to go right here. Now that I am going to bump up with some dimensionals. Stuck on my finger there. Put that right there. I'm going to layer this right on the front of that card. It's a little heavier, so I want to make sure I put enough snail on there. Bring in another piece of white. And let's see, where's my other stamp? Love you lots. Roses are red, violets are blue. So lucky to have a friend like you. How about that instead? I like that one. Again, these are to the new Heartfelt Bundle. Oop, there we go. And this one I'm going to bring in the little arrow. I'm going to tap it off once because I want it real light. Put it right across there. And there we have it. Using the paper pumpkin and joining it with the Valentine's Day. I still have some of these little sequins. So let's maybe add some of those to it. I have the silver and the white. So let's see. This one will do silver because it'll show up better. And this one I'll use the white. So again, if you've already done your paper pumpkin and you have your leftovers, now you know what to do with them. There we go. And again, I will have these on the blog and Facebook later. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, the reason I brought it in was, number one, it matches, it goes, it coordinates. You can use all of our pieces. And this brings me into next Friday morning's video. We're going to go right into some Valentine's Day cards. I kind of had a mixed review of whether you wanted Christmas or Valentine's Day. So I'm kind of going to do both. Okay, so next Friday morning, we're going to be concentrating on the Heartfelt Bundle, but I'm going to add a little twist and show you some Christmas cards with both. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, one more thing. The other thing, when I unbox these, I want to let you know when you get your catalogs, okay, because everybody's been a little confused by this, so was I. The name and the product code for these punches in the catalog are correct. What's mixed up, what's backwards, is the description. So don't go by the description. If you want this punch, go by the number and the name that's associated with it. That is correct. And the same thing with this one. The description of the punches in the catalog are incorrect, and I don't think they're going to be able to fix that before the catalogs go out. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this version of Facebook Live Friday morning. I will see you back here Friday morning next week at 7 a.m. And in between, even though I won't be on Sunday, I will be having some more YouTube videos. So watch out for those. Have a great weekend. Thank you for tuning in. Bye. Happy stamping, stampers.